Morning everybody. I thought I'd give you a little look around the greenhouse, and I've got to make a couple of decisions, and I think I've made one of them. I've still got another couple to make, but it all seems to be happening at last. Lettuces are coming on, doing really well. Chilies, not so good, I must admit. But everything in here, even the runner beans in the corner here, although I only put in a couple of weeks back, are doing really well. Now the problem I've got is I need to start hardening some of this off. I need to start getting these cabbages outside and the other brassicas I've got under there, some of these flowers, and the tomatoes, which over the last week or so have gone absolutely bonkers. Now we're going to utilise this bench that was in the greenhouse up the end, and I've got a couple of these big trays. I'm going to have one on there, one down there, and then I've got this on the top of here as well. I've got some fleece that I can cover this, just in case we get a few really chilly nights. But I think first I've got to adapt these to what I actually want them for, as opposed to what they're meant to be for, which is a gravel tray. Now I need to get some drainage holes in here, because if this sits outside with all my pots in it and we have a nice downpour, then they're just going to be sitting in water, which I don't want. So we're going to try and drill some holes. Now we're going to be putting them in the lower part so they drain away. And all we're going to do, now we have to do this very slowly, otherwise it will split. So I've just started that. I'm going to get these done. I think I'm going to put 4 holes in each section. I think that'll be ample, just to let all the water drain away. Right, here you go, all done. Now we've cut 4 in the corner as well, just so that any water in there can drain off as well. And these are going to sit nicely. One in there, one at the bottom in the shade, like so. So I'm going to be putting the brassicas in here, try and keep them in some sort of order, if I can. Although I think I've got another little visitor in there again. It's been having a little nibble. That's it, some of them, like so. There you go, there's the first one done. I'll just slip that in now. Now, telltale sign. They don't just come and eat me veggies. They leave little deposits on the side as well. Get rid of that. Now I managed to get 3 of these trays into there, which is good. So I'm going to get this other one done and I'll be back in a bit. Now, for the tomatoes, I've gone and got one of these, what I like to call a fly-by greenhouse. It's one of them that, if you don't bolt them down properly, one gust of wind and they're gone. Now, I used to use these many years ago. I even bought one of the bigger ones, the walk-in ones, but I found even though I anchored it down properly, with all the weight of the plants and seeds that I had in there, one gust of wind and it just buckled and collapsed. So that was years ago before I got the real greenhouse. But anyway, this will do for the tomatoes. I'm going to be putting it next to the bush there, so hopefully it won't get attacked by the wind so much. Get some instructions. We don't use instructions. We get one of these covers, which I'm going to be using, and a box of metal and plastic clips, lots of corner bits and some tubular poles. That must be the top. Oh, lovely. They're all different sizes. So, that should keep me occupied for a little while. Yeah, you get three shelves for this one. Although these shelves are not as big as the ones I've had previously, and the shelves are the only thing that's actually left from them. But it will do for what I want. And if you don't know what I mean by one of them fly-by greenhouses, there's a little picture of it. So, I'm going to crack on and put this together. Now we've built this, I've had a bit of a change of heart. Where I was going to put it, I changed my mind. I'm going to have it here by the side of the greenhouse. But even though when I put the cover on, if there is a little bit of wind, the pots could fall out the side. So what I'm going to do, we've got some bamboo cane. It's going to make a little raised bit just to hold the pots in so they don't fall out. And we're just going to cable tie them on so they don't move. Now we've cable tied the bamboo canes all the way round. We've also put a little bit of tape just on the end of the canes, just to try and protect it a little bit from the cover. Now the beauty of me doing this, which I thought was a brilliant idea, is depending on the size of the pot that you got, because these are nice and shiny, they just slide up and down. So if you've got the little baby, are they 9cm pots, which are the little diddy ones, you can just slide it all the way down. And it just stops them falling off the side. Right, let's have a look at this cover. Now this doesn't seem too bad. It's not as thin as I thought it was going to be. Although the ones I've had in the past, the cover seems to outlive the zips for some reason. So anyway, right, let's try and get this on. Oh, that's nice and easy to do. Now, if I remember rightly, you used to get some little ties that used to be sewn into this edge that used to tie around there, but we've only got them at the bottom on this one, which isn't a problem. Try and even that out and tie them off. It's on, and it fits quite nicely. Although, missed one there, I'll cover that in a minute. I think we need a little bit of sun just to loosen up the cover a little bit so it moulds and fits properly. Now we're going to anchor this down with some bricks. I'll get another couple of bricks from down the other end of the garden. But I think that is ready for the tomatoes. So I've made a little list of what we got and how many of each variety we got, which I will put a little list up in a while. Now I'm not sure, I may have to give that a bit of support underneath. We'll see. Oh, can we squeeze? I reckon we can squeeze 4 in there. Although I might have a little jig round. No, I think it's going to be 3. 4. Let's go for it, see what happens. All the tomatoes are in. Well, I say all. As many as I can get in. And to be honest, I don't think they're going to be in there very long. Give it a couple of weeks and I think I'm going to need to drop the shelves down a little bit, perhaps, because they're already not far short of touching the top. But one good thing though, it has freed up some space all on the top here and all down the bottom as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon having a little sort out in the greenhouse, because there's going to be a lot more things to be potting on. So from a very unorganised greenhouse, for a change, I'll bid you farewell until the next one. Take care everybody, I'll see you very soon.